city in America, so it was cool. A lot of similar foods, a lot of different people, different cultures all around. So
I'm in London. I'm in London.
Oh yeah, that's where I was at. I was in London. Yeah.
So tell me, Josh, are you Christian?
Yes, I am a Christian, and I had came up because a topic you had brought up had piqued my interest.
Okay. Right.
Because you had mentioned, the Bible and the Quran, and you said about how the Quran is preserved, right?
Yes.
So I was just curious, when you say preservation, what exactly do you mean by that?
Beautiful question. Thank you. That's a beautiful question. This is why I encourage people to ask very intelligent, sincere, legit questions. What do I mean by that? So beautiful. Allah Azza wa Jal preserved it. What does it mean? Allah preserved the Quran till the judgment day. In the lawh, in the how can I explain it to you in a very okay. I'll give you an example. Now, as we speak, we have estimated around 200 million Muslims memorizing the Quran, and it's preserved in the tablet. Jazakallah khair. The tablet, Al-Lawh al-Mahfuz. In the tablet, Allah Azza wa Jal has a tablet, and it's written and it's preserved above the seventh heaven of Allah Azza wa Jal, and Allah Azza wa Jal preserved it in dunya, us in this universe, from the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, till the judgment day. The Quran is preserved. Nobody can change the Quran. I give you an example. If, for example, now we wake up tomorrow and they burn all the Quran, there's no Quran left, and they do burn it sometimes. Some Islamophobes, they do burn the Quran. We have no problem, us the Muslims, because we have people are memorizing the Quran, and the proof, you have 5 and 6 years of age people memorizing the Quran from cover to cover, memorizing the whole Quran from cover to cover. So it is preserved, even verbally, the Quran is preserved. Now I am in the UK, okay? If I start reciting some Quran, I am in the UK, I can get somebody from Africa, or from Saudi Arabia, or from anywhere, and I start reciting something from the Quran. And if I start some verse, somebody else will continue the verse. Or if I make a mistake, somebody else will correct me immediately. Exactly. Does that make sense? All over the world, in the masjids, when we're performing our salah, Quran recited exactly the same. The Muslims. It's exactly the same. The salah performed exactly the same. No contradiction, no extras whatsoever. Especially in Arabic, the written, the dot, everything is exactly preserved the way it is.
So I just want to just make sure I get this right. So I had wrote a few things down when I could because I had to grab a pen. So it's on it. So there's one Quran on an eternal tablet in heaven. Right? I think he's got some feedback. Okay. All right. So there's one Quran in an eternal tablet in heaven. It's memorized cover to cover. If another person in another part of the world is reciting it, somebody else recites it in a different way or incorrectly or whatever, or not the way that it's meant to be, another person will know and correct them.
Correct.
So
it's exactly how it's being received by our prophets. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him.
Okay.
The last and final messenger.
So the Quran is revealed to Muhammad and is exactly the same as it is today.
The way we have it right now, as we speak.
Okay.
It's exactly the same.
And so when you say exactly the same, you do mean like word for word, letter for letter?
Exactly the same.
In the Arabic?
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly the same.
Well, okay. So then my next question for you would be like, what if I could show you in the Quran where it's not exactly the same in the
No,
Arabic?
it won't, because there's so many people. Sorry, Josh, with you all my respect, you seem a nice, respectful person, and I'm gonna treat you the same way. I'm not gonna say anything because I'm gonna think that you are a good person. Let me tell you something, Josh. With you all my respect, there's so many people smarter than you.
If there is one big deception that is regularly used to convert people to Islam, it is that very idea that the Quran, the Prophet Muhammad once uttered, is exactly to the dot what we are reciting today. This is one of the biggest lies that doesn't even hold up to Islamic tradition and authentic hadith.
There's a lot of people way smarter than you. They couldn't debunk the Quran. You don't even speak Arabic, do you? You don't understand Arabic. This is one. Two, you cannot debunk the Quran. You cannot. It's perfect word. Alaykum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So don't waste your time and try to show me something. It's not exist, and it's a time wasting. So I am here to preach Islam. Now let's go to the next question. Do you have any interest in Islam? Yes or no?
So I'm not allowed to.
No. You're allowed to ask legit questions, common sense and legit questions. So what you're gonna try to say or what you're trying to do is something that I wouldn't acknowledge.
Okay.
Do you have any other questions? Are you interested in Islam?
I have a question.
Give me a second.
So wait. So no, I'm just curious because.
Okay, I take this as no. I'm not here to chit chat and curiosity, and I'm not here to waste time. I have no time to waste. You don't like what you see, you don't like what you hear, just move along. What's your name?
Indio,
Indil, where are you from?
from London.
Okay, are you Christian?
Yes.
Okay. Any questions about Islam? Are you interested in Islam?
I just want to understand some things.
Sure. Do you hate Islam?
I don't hate Muslims.
No. I didn't ask you that. Do you hate Islam, not Muslims? Do you hate Islam?
I don't understand Islam, so I'm coming to a Muslim to understand it.
Fair enough. I'm just asking you. Still, you haven't answered my questions. Do you hate Islam?
I don't know Islam enough to hate it.
Fair enough. Go on. What's your question?
Verse 259.
There we go. Guys, honestly, you know what? With that being said, given da'wah, what I'm doing is called da'wah, an invitation or preaching. It's never been luxurious. It's been tough. Always been tough. The Prophet and the messengers of Allah, they had a hard journey. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is being called